Okay, so today in the workshop we're going to make a tree seat. That is a seat to go around a tree. Couldn't be much simpler. Let's have a crack. Firstly, we have to have a plan. It's not much of a one. No Google SketchUp here. It's going to be 450 high, 450 at the back, 900 for the back rest. These are the frames, of which there will be 6. So we have our 6 pieces we require, and they are 76 by 38 treated pine. We'll dot them to length and then square the ends up, dot them to length, and then we've got our basics ready. Now with the crosscut saw set at 8 degrees, we will cut off the bottom of the rear support. This reason for this will become obvious when we move to assembly. As we assemble, make sure everything is square, straight, and where I want it to be, and then glue some scrap blocks onto the top of an old door or other suitable flat surface so that each piece can be made repeatably. So now we apply glue, in this case an exterior grade construction adhesive. It's liquid nails to everybody that knows what that is. Place the cross brace in its position, having pre-drilled it, and drive home the screws. One at each end first to enable us to align it all properly. The screws are 50mm square drive, exterior grade, guaranteed not to rust. And that's the first piece put together. 6 more of these and we're on our way. Next step involves putting the second brace on the other side by turning it over, making sure it's level. Quick mark for glue reference. Glue on the mating surfaces. Place the piece. And this time the screws go in on a vertical alignment rather than the other side, which was on the horizontal. So we don't have a clash with the screws, and makes for a stronger joint. And 6 off. So we now have 6 frame assemblies like so, and they'll need a light sand, coat of paint, and then we'll move on to the seat. Now with our pieces cut to size, check one end with a straight edge, and then check the other end with a straight edge to see if any inaccuracies have crept in. 1, 3, and 5. We're all slightly proud of the other pieces. So 1, 3 and 5 will get a minute amount shaved off, just to get the level of accuracy we're looking for. So we have 5 sets of 6 pieces, all cut to the size at the angle from the template, and 1 piece to serve as a reminder. Check which way your angles go before you cut it. At this point it doesn't hurt to lay your first set of pieces out to make sure that you have got the angles correct and that it's all going to match up nicely. With all the pieces held in place temporarily, we'll pencil a line across the seat slats to be able to get the screws in a nice straight line. This section will be joined, then this piece of wood will move to this section to give us an accurate center, then this piece will be joined. The next piece will join onto that in the same manner. Once 2 pieces are done, a second 2-piece sub-assembly will be made. Then the final sections will be put in place when the actual unit is around the tree. Each piece for the back slat has to be cut at a 30-degree angle, but also has to bevel in slightly so that the piece at the top is slightly smaller than the bottom. This is achieved by putting a guide bar on the halfway mark and then cutting each piece on the table saw as follows. So at the table saw with the blade set at our 30-degree angle, the miter gauge set at, in this case, a 4-degree angle, we can then make the compound bevel cut, and at this point it's advisable to take a small shaving cut rather than risk a small off-cut which may jam in the blade. Now the 2 sub-assemblies have been painted and stopped, and we continue by putting one of the small pieces that we previously cut to the same size to establish where the frame is going to be. This allows us then to do the cuts for the infill portion of the backrest, and then the whole assembly can be put together and installed. So where we have the finished unit, the unpainted sections will be disassembled when the unit's put around the tree, then final sanding and painting, and that is it, job done. Cost for the whole project, approximately $140, including screws, paint I had. Would I do the same thing again? Possibly I'd make it a little bit bigger. But apart from that, I think it all worked out quite nicely. Thanks for watching.